Give me a shot, green shot of American Legion.
What's with the Cowboys, man? You a Cowboy?
Who, me?
You a Cowboy?
Hold up. I'm a Pittsburgh fan through and
Him and I is
through.
Pittsburgh, man.
I like Dallas. I got prime time now, so they fight.
They trying to buy themselves a Super Bowl. That's ridiculous.
And they ain't going to get it.
No, that's
49ers will beat him with him.
Yep.
They're not going to get it.
Well, 49.
You know, the thing of it is, he might not even play this year.
Is that right? Why?
Well, as soon as baseball's over with, they're going to operate on his knee.
On his knee.
And that's going to put him out another 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And this man, he put that in and signed him for a contract?
And then when he gets
Knowing
to play,
this?
I guarantee the way the 49ers are.
We're live, guys. You go to the van now, switch to you. Yeah.
See that?
Yes, strong possibility. This might be the starting lineup. Maybe, I'm not sure. I did some checking.
Get one crumb.
I can make it a lot larger.
I just know where everybody was supposed to be, so I didn't do it.
See, that's the problem.
You might want to introduce the band, say something about the band, some stuff like that.
We're here tonight at the London Von Kennel Field, and we've got the band coming. Got the band coming onto the field, doing the London fight song here, and we're going to have them go into the national anthem here in a little bit. It's a nice night to be at a football game. You got clear weather. You got London playing the Northeastern Jets. Yeah, every time I hear this fight song, it brings back a lot of memories to me on Friday night.
Got a pretty good crowd tonight, too. Coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
And there you have the national anthem. We should have both teams coming onto the field here shortly. The band's going to do a little rendition of whatever. Barbara Ann, yes, sir.
Probably, man. Okay. I got you. You're not being exactly.
there was London's band's rendition of Barbara Ann.
What's his name? This Jared Lucas. What number is he? Number 32. He's supposed to be the mainstay in the backfield.
We have the London Red Raiders coming onto the field. Northeastern coming onto the field now. Darby, do you think tonight's game's going to be a little more of a test than last week's ball game?
No. Northwestern, they're 0-2. London's favored to win big this game. I think London, if they come out and do more or less what they did last week, and that's control the front line with their big linemen, I don't think you're going to see much of a football game tonight.
Well, I actually think we're going to see a little bit more test. I think Northeastern's got a little bit more experience than that Circleville team had. Donnie, what do you think?
I think it might be a better game than what people think it's going to be. You know, Northeastern's got this back named Jared Lucas. He's a pretty fine back. But if London plays ball, the line plays like they did last week and open them holes in the backfield like they did last week. I don't know. It's going to be kind of in London's favor, I do believe.
You know, I was talking to Ty Dowler's father right down here before we came up here, and he was telling me last week that Coach Downmeyer had Ty keying on that Hamilton boy, and that was his job the whole night, was to key on Hamilton, and it looked like it was like a very successful thing to do. It looked like they stopped him pretty well last week.
Yeah, they had him hold about every time he was covered. I think I read that in the paper too, where they had him fake from the get-go.
How many yards did they have total last week rushing?
They had 420 yards.
No, I mean Circleville.
Circleville had 158 total yards.
158 total yards.
17 of it was on the ground.
On the ground. Well, we got London prepared to kick off. We have London on the west end of the field. Northeastern on the east end. London going to be on defense first here, so we'll get to see a shot of what Northeastern's going to come out with. Let's see if the toe's going to get him kicking deep. They must think he's going to kick deep. They got the two boys back to the goal line.
Well, last week we didn't see much out of the toe's toe last week.
No,
on
no,
the
we didn't.
kickoffs anyhow.
Yeah, I think they was trying to kick away from Hamilton last week, and they did a good job of that.
Maybe they're going to try to kick away from Lucas this week. I doubt it. Number 32.
Ball's off. Nice kick in the center of the field. Uh-oh. Got one man to beat. One man to beat. Knocked out of bounds by Nathan Dorn on about London's 39-yard line. Yeah, it looked like Northeastern did a fine job of blocking over on that side. Doesn't look like London stayed in their lanes, though, does it, Darby?
No, it doesn't. The end man is your contained man, and he's been doing a real good job so far this year. That's small breakdown. That's easy to fix because it's not an everyday occurrence.
Defense. We got Con, Alexander, North in the defensive backfield for London.
Hey, we have a tackle by number 56 for London.
The line defense is Dowler, Good, Myers, Teal, and the backfield is linebackers are Robinson and Noble.
Excuse me. 59 Myers made that tackle. Oh, we got London coming out in that 5-3 with the defensive backs on the right side. Fumble! Ball's loose. London's got the ball.
Noble.
We have Noble on the recovery there. All right, we're going to have Darby give you the offensive lineup here.
Okay, number 59 at center, Myers. The guards, Rutherford and Fincham. The tackles, Good and Maxwell. The tight end, Dwyer. In one moment, and I'll give you the rest of them.
Got London starting out in that I formation with a double wide out to the right. Con takes the pass to Jared Alexander. Nice move by Jared. Looks like a gain of about 6 yards.
And that's one of London's favorite little pass plays right there.
You know, Darby, that thing right there at the beginning of the ball game can stretch a defense out. And that purpose of that play is to loosen the defense up so you can run that ball up the middle.
Very true. The rest of the offense real quick. Wide receivers, Alexander and Robertson. Fullback, Teal. Halfback, Harris. And our quarterback, Sean Kahn.
You got that double wide out there. You got fullback up the middle.
All tackled by Teal. About 4 yards.
And we're close to a first down here. That's that play last week. It was so successful, that little fullback option type play.
And they like that play. And Teal last week, he banged up the middle for 73 yards.
Right. I'll tell you. We're close to a first down here. They're going to bring the sticks out and measure. Yeah, you can't talk enough about a good fullback, though. You know, if he can pick you up 3 or 4 yards a shot or give you that key block to spring your halfback for a touchdown, that's what a good fullback's all about.
But last week, even though he had 73 yards, and that's a good running game, his biggest putting into the offense was blocking for Harris last week. His blocking going through the holes was superb last week.
He did an exceptional job. You know, Brad's starting to come into his own in that fullback spot.
I think he scored a touchdown last week, too.
Right. And we got a wide out to the left, Jared Alexander. We got an I backfield, Con under center. Got Harris off the left side. He's turning it on. One man to beat. A gain of about 40 yards there, down to the 20.
Let me just say a little bit about Mike Harris right here. In the Columbus Dispatch, he was one of the top performers in the Columbus Dispatch. But he ran for about 217 yards last week on 23 carries for about a 9.3 yard per carry last week.
See, that's one thing about it. It's not how long you run, it's how many yards you pick up when you do run. Another run of Mike Harris off the right side this time. He got stopped up by the linebacker, number 14, on defense. Brings up second down to about 9. We got Alexander splitting out wide right. We got Teal at fullback, Harris at tailback. Got that option play, option to Mike Harris. It looks like a gain of about 3 yards there. You know, it looked like they studied those films pretty well there on that first option play.
They aren't going to let Harris out there all alone tonight.
Well, you know, last week off right tackle, that was where a lot of holes were open last week.
Right.
They picked up a lot of yardage that way.
We got an official's timeout for equipment. Mike has a couple of strings broke there. Okay, we have Hamilton wide out to the left, and we're in that I backfield. There we go. We got that same play Mike had that long gainer on. Got him down to about the 2-yard line. First down, goal to go. That's that play Mike broke that long one on. A little misdirection this way, and then hand back to him going that direction.
That's what you refer to as a counter play.
Right. Yeah, you got the flow coming this way, and it looks like Northeastern's flowing real good to the left, and they're not staying at home on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
We got Harris up the middle. Touchdown, Mike Harris.
And again, with Teal with a good block, the Spring Harris again.
Now we got a legal procedure on London.
And if I'm not mistaken, they had 2 touchdowns called back last week because of this penalties.
You know, really though, Darby, that's something you can't really practice is penalties. That's something that just happens in a game, and that's part of football. You know,
very true.
You and I might sit up here and see something that they don't see, and then they might see something that we don't see.
Exactly.
I do notice one thing, the Northeastern's line seems to be larger and bigger than Circleville was last week.
Oh yeah, Northeastern's extremely bigger than Circleville.
Mm-hmm.
We got Harris off the right side again. Mike's down. We got another penalty.
I can't see that from here, but does London have 4 players on the right side of the center as far as down there?
So what you're wanting to know if they're running an unbalanced line.
Exactly.
We'll check it out this time. I haven't paid that much attention.
London's offense?
Looks like they're loading up on the right.
Yeah, they have an unbalanced line here, a guard and tackle on the left center, and 4 men on the right.
And we got Robinson checking into the game now.
I can't see because of the pole, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it is. We have 2 men on the left and
Hamilton coming out.
And then 4 on the right.
Looks like London's going to take the penalty. We have the ball down to about the 4-yard line right now, and it's going to be first down and 1. This is where we started from the original line of scrimmage before we had the penalty. Yeah, London's got an unbalanced line over here to the right. They've got both tackles and a guard over here to the right, and Drew to wire. And then they run Teal off the left side for no gain.
Tackled by a gaggle. of Northeastern.
I tell you, it looks like, Darby, that Northeastern's going to kind of be a little slim on the outside to shore up that middle, stop Teal from running that middle. You know, they're bringing Maxwell over to that right side and putting him at right guard. Now we got an unbalanced left. London, that's a new trend tonight. We never saw that unbalanced last week. I'll tell you, we got a loss of about 3 yards on that play. Harris off the left side, and it looks like Northeastern's playing strong up the middle, fellas.
I think Northeastern scouted London pretty good last week, the way it seems right now.
Well, it's early.
Yeah.
You know, the first series of downs for any team is feeling out the other team. You know, we had to think it wasn't going to be as easy as it was last week.
Oh, no.
Okay, we got a balanced line this time with a white out to the right, straight eye backfield. We got Kahn rolling to the right, looking for Dwyer, and the pass was knocked down. The pass was blocked at the line of scrimmage and then tipped again in the backfield.
I've noticed some different offenses tonight, you know, already in the first few minutes.
Right, and we got the toe on to try a field goal here. Tobin's on to try a field goal. Looks like he's placing the ball down at about the 11-yard line, so it's going to make it about a 27-yard field goal attempt. Fake field goal, fake field goal. We got Dwyer wide open, pass no good, pass no good. Kahn just overthrew him in the right side of the end zone. He had him wide open and he just overthrew him. Well, we got Northeastern taking over on about the 1-yard line here. Oh, excuse me, about the 6-yard line. Sorry about that.
You know, this is really like the old 7 wing. You know what I'm saying? Bring back the old 7 wing.
Well, we got okay, we got London into a 5-3 again, and we got Northeastern taking the ball at the right side, and we're hit by number 76, Good, in on that tackle. After he stopped him there on that run, had a little help from Dwyer.
And it looked like Dowler was also in that tackle. I wasn't too sure. But
Well, let's see if London can put a stop on him here and maybe cause a turnover here deep in their territory. You know, Northeastern's got a tackle out there, number 69. Looks like he goes about 260.
whoa, wow, 258.
Well, looks like London might have a safety here. Nope, they're going to put it down on the 1-yard line. Fine tackle by Ty Dowler. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and it looks like about 14. Yeah, I don't know if we can say enough about what this Ty Dowler, about how well he's been moving around in there. I'll tell you what, he gives him a little extra at linebacker because he does have some speed also. And we got a pass out of the end zone. Oh, I'll tell you what, Kahn made a nice hit on that offensive back there after the ball went by. That's a shot like you see those pro defensive backs put on.
Even if he had got a hold of that ball, I don't know if he would have been able to keep that.
No, and he surely didn't have the first down, Darby. All right, let's see if Mike Harris can give us a nice run back this time. Sexton. We got Adam Sexton and Mike Harris back deep. London didn't try to block it. Nice spiral kick Harris takes that ball on about the 40-yard line. He's turning on a little bit of speed. He can't get between two men. That's a fine tackle by number 24 and 41 for Northeastern.
About 29.
London's going to have the ball on Northeastern's 29-yard line. Double wide out to the left with Teal and Harris lined up behind Kahn. Kahn moving under center. Quarterback option. All right, that was a nice run. Kahn kind of tucked that in and followed Brad Teal up the field. Gain of about 8 yards.
That was a good fake, because I thought Teal had the ball first.
They were doing that last week, where they were faking it to Teal and then running out for the option. So what they did there, if he didn't have the ball, it seemed like they almost forgot about Sean Kahn there for a moment.
Right. Yeah. Sean made a nice tuck and followed Brad right up the field. Well, we got double wideouts, one to the right, one to the left. Got Harris up the middle. I tell you know, Mike's breaking open tonight, Darby, but it looks to me like Northeastern's a little bit better tacklers than Circleville were last week.
Absolutely. The thing I like about Harris is he's a halfback that runs like a fullback.
Right.
Yeah. He's got this spin move also when he's hit. You know, he doesn't go down right. He spins and maybe gets a few more yards.
That helps. That experience helps there. We got the ball on about the 11-yard line, first down and 10. London can get a first down here. You know,
Nothing doing.
No hold there.
I see we got the tight end, Dwyer and Maxwell on that left side talking to each other after that play on why they didn't get their blocks.
Well, after the game that Harris had last week, you can be assured that Northeastern is keying on him tonight.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's what we talked about last week, why Circleville hadn't keyed on him. Here we got Kahn dropping, he's rolling to the right. He's got Hamilton wide open. He's out of the end zone. Incomplete pass. He stepped out of the end zone.
Did he pass the ball?
Yeah, he caught the pass, but he was out of the end zone to the right side. You know, it looks like Sean's putting a little extra on it tonight. He's overthrown every pass. Of course, I think we talked about this last week, guys, that he throws better on the run to the left than he does to the right.
He does.
Yeah, I don't know if he squares his shoulders up more going that direction, or he just gets in a hurry coming to the right. Well, we got Alexander wide out to the left, and we got Robinson wide out to the right. He's going to throw that fade pass to Alexander, one-on-one, and Alexander, touchdown! Jared Alexander took that ball away from the defensive back.
That ball seemed like it was a little bit underthrown, and Alexander made an excellent catch.
I'll tell you what, Darby, Donnie, that was great concentration by Jared Alexander.
Great catch.
You know, Jared, this is his first year. Jared has played wide out. He's been the backup quarterback for the last 2 years. In fact, he's the backup quarterback this year. But now they're using his potential at wide receiver.
Well,
and we got the kick up.
Too, you know, so therefore he's got good hands.
And the kick is good. And Darby, what's that make him in a row here, Tobin, as far as extra points?
Tobin right now is 9 for 9.
You know, one thing we've seen tonight, Darby, is London can do more than just run the football.
I'm sorry, that's 8 for 8. I'm sorry. Sorry, I take that back. You confused me when you said field goals or extra points. I'll get it right sooner or later.
You know, it's really nice, though, to see London have a fine kicker like Tobin. That way teams can't just play for the run or the pass. They also got to stop them first downs when you're down in their side of the field.
I don't know what his range is. What is his range as far as kicking the field goal?
You know, I'd be willing to say that he could probably do a 40-yarder with no problem.
That's good.
That's another good bonus to your team is if you're even down just a couple of points and you get it inside the 20-yard line, that's an easy boot for him.
You know, the thing of it is, it's also it's a big help on his kickoffs, being able to get that ball. You know, I always figure if you can tackle somebody inside the 20, that's what a good kicker will do you. If you get the ball inside the 20, that's what you need that good kicker for.
Exactly.
We got him kicking deep. That's a nice kick. Back to about the 2-yard line. They're going to run that ball off the left side again. And there he goes again. One man to beat. We got a tackle by Pete Robinson. I tell you what, there's no men over there. You know, it's wide open over there.
The outside men were staying to contain. But when the blockers came up, they didn't shut them off, and they couldn't see the running back go past them.
They should cover certain territory. They're running right after the ball carriers. That's why he's getting away like that.
You know, I have made a mistake on offense. I've been calling North Robinson, and I want to apologize for that. Number 20 is Brent North. I'm sorry, Brent, that I've kind of got the name mixed up there. We got a penalty on Northeastern. We got Dorn and North on defense here.
That's what we didn't know.
I think that was Flipping, was he?
I don't really know. I didn't really see the indication there, Donnie, of what the call was. We got wide out here. North's got him one-on-one. London got a fine rush on that time. Number 76, Good, and number 35 and number 81, Dwyer and Dowler in there, and Good made a sack there, a loss of about 7 yards. Northeastern's coming up to the line on their about 15-yard line. You know, Northeastern's got a fullback in there. It looks like he's about 5'3", but it looked like he's a stocky. Got a counter back to this side. Nowhere. He goes nowhere. Noble with a fine fill in the hole there. Nice tackle. Dwyer strung that thing out to the right, and Noble did just what a linebacker's supposed to do. Come in and fill the hole. You know, if there's any young kids out here that's going to watch this game, I'd like you to pay attention to number 50, Noble, and watch how he reads and where he picks the plays up at. He does a fine job at linebacker. London's in a 5-3. Northeastern's got a long pass. That kid threw that ball about a 35, 40 yard in the air. That was kind of one of those throw and run under.
That was kind of a go for broke.
You know, Harris showed his speed there, Donnie, because he was beat until that ball got put in the air, and then Mike was running stride for stride with the offensive back.
Yeah, he caught him.
And we got Northeastern in a punt formation, and we got Sexton deep and Harrison for the rush. They got a rush on, and it's partially blocked. Partially blocked. London's going to take over on Northeastern's 43-yard line. I do believe that is partially blocked. London did another good job there of not running into the kicker. You know,
I thought this was going to call roughing the kicker there that time.
they had a block on that time because they had Harris up on that line also. Well, we got wide receivers to the left, Alexander and North. And we're going to go for a pass here. We got Dwyer. Oh, nice catch. Drew Dwyer down to the 10-yard line on an out route. Drew Dwyer run an out route to the right, looked like a flag, what we call a flag route towards the corner of the end zone, and Dwyer made a nice catch on a ball thrown perfectly over top the defensive back's hands.
Even with that hand bandaged up, he was able to feel that ball right into his chest. Good catch.
Right, you know, we're seeing something from Drew. When he gets that hand well, just think what he's going to be able to do. We got Teal off the right side on that fullback up the middle. I think we had one man there to beat, and that one man stuck his hand out, and Brad kind of fell over it.
They should be on about the 2-yard line, aren't they?
Yeah, they're sitting there on about the 2.5, Donnie. Second down and goal. And we have the end of the quarter.
Well, we haven't seen much of Northeastern offensively, but defensively they're giving London a game here.
Right. London's showing some things that they can do outside well as inside. And, you know, I'm really glad to see him throwing these passes.
In fact, it's kind of a little vice versa than it was last week. It was all running. This time, in the first quarter, they've done a lot of passing, which is connected.
One thing, guys, is that running the ball up the middle and running the ball off the tackles, you can open up the pass game with those runs.
Right.
You know, we saw last week Sean doing some nice fakes to the fullback, nice fakes to the halfback. That's what sets those passes up.
That and a good running game.
That keeps the defensive quarterbacks honest, man. The linebackers keeps them in.
Well, we got the ball on the 3-yard line, and London has just changed ends of the field. You know, London has got a real nice home crowd here tonight. Northeastern's a little thin over there. Of course, Northeastern has an 0-2 record coming into tonight's ball game.
Well, I still think Northeastern is a better ball team than what it is built up to be, because they could be playing like that. St. Henry is a pretty tough league there when they got beat last week.
Well, you know, one thing about Northeastern is their coaches are well experienced. Well, you got London coming up. You got a wide out to the left, and Kahn under center. He's rolling left. I believe that ball might have been tipped by the defensive end.
That was a good job by Sean Kahn, actually, just to get it away, or he was definitely going to get sacked.
Yeah, he had a man blitzing there.
Yeah, it looked to me like Darby, he was under pressure as soon as he rolled out to the left.
Looked like it was he was supposed to roll out just a little further than that, and Dwyer was open in the end zone.
So we got 3rd down and 3 for a touchdown here. We got a wide out to the right, and your eye backfield with Harris and Teal. Kahn under center. And we got Harris for a loss, brought down on about the 8-yard line.
It looks like they are definitely keying on Harris tonight.
Well, you know, we talked about this last week, Guy. Any good defensive coach is going to have people keying on Mike Harris. And we got Tobin in to try a field goal. Darby, I don't think we'll see a fake this time.
No, I don't see that happening.
Something about the 15-yard line.
Going to be setting that ball down on about the 14.
Not when this is more of a chip
24-yard
shot.
field goal try.
Right, going to be about a 24-yarder, Donnie.
Oh! And he still had a good 20, 30 yards on that ball.
Right, that kick was good,
He's got strong legs.
and that ball sailed out to the street.
Starting off the same way they did last week, 10 to zip.
Right.
Touchdown and field goal.
You know, Northeastern line, I'm still saying that big. I didn't think they would be that big, but they got a pretty big line.
Well, you know, Northeastern always has a big team, Donnie. You know, I can remember about 4 or 5 years ago when they had that 280-pound tackle when they went to the playoffs, and Academy beat them in the playoffs. You know, Northeastern's been to the playoffs a number of times in the last 10, 12 years.
Got a new face, number 10.
Oh, we got London's kicking team in there.
10 and 3.
You got Jesse Langley on the kicking team. Ty Dowler. Number 3 is Josh Burns. Number 6 is Brian Harris. Number 5 is Sexton. And you got, of course, my man at linebacker, Noble on that side, and Clerk, and North,
That's Hamilton on
and
the end.
Hamilton at the other wide side there. That should give you the kicking team here with Tobin doing the toe. Little squib kick here. Got a fumble. Reverse field. One man to beat here. You know, it happens so much when the ball is muffed on the kickoff. It always, the kicking team always comes out of their lanes. That's one thing that they always coach, is stay into your lanes. You know, this is one thing, Northeastern looks like they've got a lot more experience on their return teams.
That was kind of the reserve unit on that kickoff. Most of those were like the reserve on the kickoff.
Well, that's their starting kickoff team, Donnie. That's their fast guys. They got them to get down there and cover the kick. And right now they're overrunning. Then we got double wide out to the right here. Northeastern's back. Little screen pass. Interception! Interception! Jared Alexander.
And it looked like somebody tipped that ball. I don't know exactly who.
I tell you what, that offensive back, if he hadn't reached his hand up and tripped up Jared Alexander, that was 6 all the way. I don't know if we ought to look this up, Darby. He got a touchdown catching a pass on offense, and now he's got a interception on defense. And London brings it up to the line with the wide out to the right, wide out to the left. And we got Con rolling. We got a pitch to Harris. Cut back by Harris.
Good spin.
You know, Mike's starting to be a load to bring down. You know, it takes 3 or 4 guys to bring Mike down, and they better be right on him, because Mike's got some cut moves that a lot of your college backs wish they had.
He's got good balance and good movement, and he can see, he can stand.
You know, one thing about Mike, too, you can tell after each play, he thinks he should have got more. There you go. We got a fumble. And I think Northeastern has recovered this ball.
Yes, Northeastern recovered.
I don't know, Darby and Donnie, if that was supposed to be a handoff to Brad, or if he was trying to pull it back in and Teal wouldn't let him have it.
I thought he was trying to pull it back in and option around the end to Harris.
Like possibly
Maybe
might
not,
have been a confusion between
Right.
both of them.
So we got London back on defense again. That was a case we had a turnover on Northeastern, 2 plays later, a turnover on London.
I think that was just a mix-up on the play, really. They got confused.
Well, sometimes, you know, on that option play, guys, the fullback doesn't know if the ball's coming back out of there or not, so you really can't blame it on the fullback. You know, I know when I played fullback in junior high and as a freshman, if I got the football, I wanted it.
And it also could have been that when they run that play, sometimes it does look like the option, and they go ahead and give that to Teal. He might have not have got that as stuck it into Teal's belly as far as he wanted it, and he
Right.
was just trying to hold on to it.
You know, you got Teal playing a down lineman here on defense now, guys. You got a tackle by Good and Noble there. That was a gain of about 4 yards. And you got Robinson in there at linebacker and Noble in there at linebacker. London's got a 6-man front with Ty Dowler out to the left. Fullback off the left side. Yeah, it looks like his turnover might have fired Northeastern up a little bit, fellas. I'll tell you what, that 14 for Northeastern, what did we get him at?
He's 6'3" and 220.
6'3" and 220. He carried that ball real well.
It looks like he's a little hard to bring down, too.
You know, they have brought, looks to me like they brought in another quarterback, and they've got 14 running fullback. Didn't 14 start the game at quarterback?
Yeah, he did, and they have Davis at quarterback now.
Yeah, we thought all along that number 14 was going to be the quarterback, but he's running fullback now.
I do believe it's called against Northeastern.
That's illegal procedure or encroachment, as we like to call it, fellas.
Encroachment, is that defense, isn't it?
Well, it can be offense or defense, either one.
And we got running a 6-2-2-1. Most London's defense has been tonight. That's about it, right?
First down and about 16 here. Yeah, London varies. They either run a 5-man front or a 6-man front, and they got Dowler moving around quite a bit. Yeah, they're into a 6-man front right now with the defensive end standing up. Halfback off the left side. You know, they've had 2 nice gains off that left side, fellas. Looks like they might have noticed something over there.
We got the defense with us. We got Dwyer, Teal.
You got North lined up outside there at defensive end.
Well, they're definitely deciding to run with the football.
London's still in that 6-man front, and the defensive backs are up real close. That was second down and about 4. It looks like they're going to be about a 1 yard shy of a first down. Maybe not a 1 yard, maybe about, 2 feet here. You know, I see London's linebackers and defensive backs are cheating way up here. I just wonder if Northeastern's noticing that. First down, number 14 for Northeastern picks up a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. That was the fullback off the left side. We got number 25, Nathan Dorn, going into the ball game, taking Jared Alexander's spot. You know, Nathan hyperextended his knee last week, so let's see how he's going to play on that knee tonight, fellas. You got Northeastern coming up with like a T backfield with a little slot man over here to the right. That fullback is just running at will here.
I think London's taking the speeders out and putting the heavy boys in.
You know the thing of it is, Northeastern's not doing anything tricky. They're running the ball to the right, running the ball to the left.
But they're getting off the ball quicker.
We got officials timeout. You know, you're sitting there watching a 220-pound fullback come at you, and you got between you and the goal line defensive back. That's a little mismatch here.
Especially when you got him coming at you full speed ahead and you're a small man.
It's like we had a little loose contact.
You got number 69 for Northeastern trying to get the crowd fired up over there. That's our big 268-pound tackle over here on the right side. I'll tell you, it's just like I said, it's nothing tricky. They're going to run this guy until they score. If London doesn't stop him, they'll run him until he's into the goal.
It's like, what did he stop? 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Well, London's defense is actually getting the first test of the ball game here. You got Gooden and Dowler over here on the left side. Now they're going to run off the other side for a gain of about a yard.
The ball here, number 17, by Taylor. Watch out, number 50, Jason Noble.
You had Noble in on that tackle. I believe that was a quarterback keeper that time, fellas.
I think they're almost, it seems like they're almost trying to sucker London for a different play, keep them to the point that they're used to.
Well, you know, if they keep running that ball like that, don't be surprised if they don't throw a pass or something here. There they go, fullback off the right side. Mike Harris stepped in front of him. And slow getting up back there is number 46, Robinson. You know, it was Harrison Robinson between the goal line and the ball carrier.
They picked up the offense quite a bit.
Yeah, Darby, it looks like they're bringing quarterbacks in and out because 17 just come back onto the field. Fullback off the left side. I'll tell you what, he's down to about the 1 yard line, and he ran over 3 of London's ball players.
Well, I think they more or less just answered our question why they would pull their quarterback and put him back there as running back.
We have the ball on about the 4 yard line is what it looks like here, fellas. 1st and 4 for a touchdown. London's going to have to go into that goal line defense here. Going to be off the right side. London stops on them on about the 1 yard line. And this is the same play that they've been running to get to where they are. Fullback over to the right side. And it looks like they're running that old power play that Coach Bullish used to be so proud of here at London High School.
That's all they ran, far left and far right.
You know, if it's not fixed, not broke, let's don't try to fix it. And that's what Northeastern's doing. They're going to keep running that ball off that big 268-pound tackle. Up the middle, fumble in the end zone, and London recovers! Woo! We got a touchback. London will have the ball out to the 20-yard line. You know, I couldn't see there who hit him in the middle to jar that ball loose, but it looks like he was stepping into the end zone until he got hit. We have a touchback there, and London will get the ball out to the 20-yard line.
Guys kind of look together. One's tough and don't override each other.
Number 14 for them. Was he football on the side? You got Alexander wide right. North.
Shut up. They had a pitch to Mike Harris that time, wide out to the right, and it looks like a loss of about 11 yards that time.
You know, for London getting away from that without having Northeastern score on them, they seem kind of flat, a little back on their heels for some
Right.
reason.
You know, they jumped out that 10-0 lead, Darby, and now it looks like they're resting.
They probably relaxed.
Okay, we got Clerk in at tailback now. Kahn rolling to his left. He's got Dwyer open. We got the ball down to about the 30-yard line. London has picked up enough to have the first down. Kahn put a little muster on that pass, fellas.
I see we got Roger Clerk in the game now.
And Drew Dwyer is got to be one of the biggest targets you can throw the football at.
You know, London's used to having those big tight ends after John Wilson last year. You got Clerk lined up at tailback. You got Teal off the right side with a gain of about 3 yards. I believe they're going to call penalty on London for holding or a block in the backfield.
You know, Teal, you notice when Teal goes, when he grabs the ball, he holds the ball. He really covers the ball good.
Okay, we have a penalty on London, holding. Looks like that's going to nullify that fine gain that Teal had that time.
Harris going back in, replacing Clerk at tailback.
Okay, we're going to be back first down in about 19. London comes up the line of scrimmage with the ball resting on their own 24-yard line. They've got a wide out to the left and a wide out to the right. Harris back in at tailback. And Collins on the straight. It's a draw play to Harris. Draw play to Harris. I tell you what, Mike. Mike picks up enough to get the first down.
Northeastern was not ready for that one.
He could have gotten outside. There's one more block. He was gone.
I tell you what, Mike come through that line of scrimmage and turned on that speed once he broke the line of scrimmage. And, you know, he looked like he could turn that 100 in about 9.5 that time, fellas.
Pretty fast, pretty speedy.
We got an end around with Drew Dwyer. A little stiff arm out there. Gain of about 13 yards for a first down.
It looks like London's just opened the playbook up tonight. We've seen a lot of new things tonight.
I missed that myself.
I tell you, you know, Dwyer is getting to be so versatile out here. I'm really impressed with Dwyer. You got wide out to the left, which is north, and wide out to the right.
Same play.
And you got a draw play to Harris again. This one didn't gain so much yard. Looks like a gain of about 3 yards.
You're kind of opening up that offense some.
We have timeout London. Timeout London. You got a minute 43 left to go in the half is why we got a timeout. And we'll probably see that 2-minute offense now, guys. You got the official in there telling some of the London players why they called that holding there a few plays back. They're demonstrating to the players what to do and what not to do. Yeah, it's really nice that the official take time to do that. You know, this is a learning process for these young ball players, and if a referee will step out and help one of these guys to tell them what not to do and what to do, that's awful considerate. And we got the 2 wide outs. We got Teal split out as a wing, and now he's in motion. We got Kahn rolling to the left.
Where he's dangerous.
And complete pass to North over here on the left side. You know, he didn't get out of bounds, so that means the clock's still running. And Dobmeyer's trying to get him up to the line of scrimmage.
Had a lot of pressure on him with that particular pass, too, didn't it?
Right, it looked like it was trying to set up some type of a screenplay that time. Harris off the right side. We got 4th down coming up here and about a yard for a 1st down. We got the clock still running. Now we got a timeout. Timeout, London. You got timeout London with 57 seconds left to go in the 2nd quarter. I would be thinking London would like to pick up his 1st down and get into at least field goal range.
It'd be nice to pad the lead going in at the half. Maybe one more touchdown or a field goal. Really.
I really do believe that Dodmeyer's the kind of coach, though, if he has any possibility of trying or having a chance to score, he's going to take that chance.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't throw this ball on 4th down.
Well, something that we haven't been keeping track of is how many timeouts he has left. I don't know if he's used up all his timeouts or not. But if he's going to pass the ball, he's at least got to get it down the middle and pick up enough yardage to try a field goal.
That's what makes Philly such an asset to the ball team
because you know the clock stops on a 1st down. Right, he run a quarterback sneak to pick up the 1st down. Now he'll go for that pass to try to set up a score. He's got him back up to the line of scrimmage quick here, fellas. The clock stopped. It'll start as soon as they get the change set. All right, London downs the football. An incomplete pass to stop the clock. We got Hamilton and Alexander in as the wide receivers. You got Dwyer as the tight end. Harris and Teal in the backfield. Got 50 seconds left to go. And Kahn's going to throw that fade pass to Alexander. Only he throws it too deep. Actually, that pass was thrown out of bounds.
I couldn't really tell, but it looked like Sean Kahn threw off the wrong foot that time. It looked like he really wasn't set up really well.
Darby, I think you're right there. It brings up 3rd down and 10, and they're bringing North in as a wide receiver.
I believe if they would send a man over center deep, I believe they would connect.
You need to at least give him a pass that he can drop it off if he has to.
Kahn rolling to the right. They got Dwyer wide open down the middle.
Oh, no.
Intercepted. Northeastern intercepted the ball. North made the tackle on number 17, which is the defensive back for Northeastern. Northeastern's still going to take over the ball on about the 10-yard line.
I think Sean Kahn just held on to the ball just a little too long. Maybe he didn't see Dwyer. I don't know.
Well, Dwyer broke open early, and the longer Dwyer ran, the more the defensive backs came back on him.
They had time to cover him now.
So we got London's defense coming on the field with 33 seconds left to go in the half.
While we got a few seconds, I'd like to say happy birthday to Cheryl Strobel, the cheerleader advisor, who's doing a really fine job this year. Happy birthday, Cheryl.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Cheryl. How's it feel to be 18 again? Okay, London's in a tight defense here. Northeastern's trying that halfback off the right side. We got a holding on Northeastern. Noble looked like he got held there, and I believe that's where the penalty came at, right there. 62 and Noble was tied up with each other.
Clipping. He has signaled clipping penalty against Northeastern.
Yeah, it's on Northeastern, Donnie, because they're over here talking to Noble, which is London's defensive captain.
He signaled clipping.
All right, it must have got him outside the neutral zone there for a clip. Timeout Northeastern with 15 seconds left to go. Yeah, I don't know why they would call timeout with 15 seconds left to go.
Maybe they're going to try the Hail Mary pass.
Well, I could see it, Donnie, if it was in the middle of the field, but not down there on their own 5-yard line. You know, we saw some what we thought were strange coaching last week out of Circleville. You know, Circleville come in here highly touted as a good running team, and we didn't actually see anything out of them.
Right.
Noble, they pulled Noble out of the game there for a minute. He came up limping, and I think is it Such? Is that how you pronounce his name? Checked into the game, number 44? Is that?
There hasn't been too much. I said it was Jacob Lucas.
You got Dusty Hubbard in there at middle guard right now. Dusty Hubbard playing middle guard.
I got the name wrong. It's Jared Lucas.
Take a timeout, and then you
You
kneel
know,
it.
right, Northeastern took a timeout and come out and kneeled down on the ball. Okay, we got London 10, Northeastern nothing. And you know, London made a fine defensive stand down on that goal line to stop Northeastern from scoring.
Yeah.
So, Red Bear Marching Band. Now on the field by senior Andy Gossard. Tonight's show will include Sweet Child of Mine, Rip Rap, Percussion Break, and we'll close with a special number. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
What do you think, 20?
20.
What do you think, 20 minutes for break? Steelers getting a little chilly.
Brought the coffee with you this time, did you?
I usually do that.
I was going to get you one earlier and have it ready.
I look for this to be a good second half.
Well, let's see if they do like they have been in second half. Yeah, I don't know if they thought Northeastern hadn't won a ball game. Let's, play a little slack or what. Mistakes kill you guys.
Well, they was kind of pounding that ball hard, man. Northeastern was off them off tackles. They must have seen something, or they're getting off the ball faster, or whatever.
Okay, we're live. You're using that one. And you don't have to get close, because your voice really carries. And I'm talking over the phone.
Well, we have number 78 for London, which is Ryan Bogenrein, which broke his leg in preseason. He's down there on the sidelines on his crutches. I just thought I'd mention his name.
While we're talking, next year, they've got most of the linemen back next year,
Yeah, they've got a young line.
Mm-hmm. And some of the backs.
London's going to receive this half. Let's see what kind of pep talk they got at halftime.
They're going to have to contain this off-tackle play. What this fellow's name is? Skoll, or what is his name? Number 14?
Yeah, Skoll. Rob, he's a 6'3", 220-pound senior.
6'8",
What I think is odd is why they started him out in the game at quarterback and not the fullback position.
You used to see that sometimes in the past where teams want to try to give you different looks early, trying to confuse you. Now, whether they tried to do that with him or not, I don't know.
Was he the original first-string quarterback or first-string
I believe he's fullback all the way.
All the way?
He's been playing linebacker on defense and fullback on offense. London's getting set here to receive this kick. They've done a lot of things nice in the first half, but also they've had quite a few mistakes.
Yeah, they have. They've had quite a few changes as far as the offense is concerned, because there's some pretty exciting plays that they've come up with. And their passing game is being utilized more so than it was last week, and which is looking good.
Your mistakes aren't going to be a real big problem when you're leading by 10-0. But you're in a close game, or you're playing a team that's a quick scorer, or if they do and when they make it to the playoffs, those mistakes are going to kill you every time.
Right. We'll see what they've got. If they can come out and put a score on here the first possession they got the ball, we'll see what they're up to.
Well, the way this Northeastern team has been playing there in the second quarter, London almost has to go down, drive this ball down, and score this possession just to shut them down.
Well, you know what it looked like the first half. Like Northeastern was kind of slack in the first quarter, and in the second quarter they came out and busted the ball off both tackles.
I think London got kind of relaxed when they got a 10-0 lead too, and maybe or maybe not, but it seemed like Northeastern picked it up after that.
When you're playing a team that you're better than, if you let them think that they can stay in a ball game, they can come back and beat you. And
You're so right there, Darby. You know, the thing with this, like I told you guys earlier, this Northeastern coach has got a lot of experience. Northeastern looks like they're fired up. Let's see Clerk and Harris take care of this kickoff.
I would like to see Clerk take this one all the way down the field.
You know, Gary called something there, an onside kick. London ought to watch out for that. And Gary, you're right. Oh, don't go down, North. Excuse me.
Watch your mouth, guys.
Starting to sound like a coach again there, fellas.
I think maybe he made a mental mistake himself, really.
Right. Well, I think he was kind of surprised that he got the football so wide open. He just didn't think what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think he was trying to get underneath the ball and was trying to scoop it up and in the process set that knee on the ground.
Hand off to Harris off the right side. That nice spin move. Gain of about 9 yards. We'll see if we can't get you that starting offensive lineup again starting the second half here.
We got Myers at center, Rutherford and Fincham at guards, Good and Maxwell at tackles, and Dwyer at end.
Then we got Kahn. Straight handoff to Mike Harris off the right side. Oh, I tell you, Mike had one guy to beat, and number 17 on Northeastern did the only thing that you're supposed to do. He got material, and Mike couldn't pull away from him.
And I think we're going to see Mike, this second half Mike again here, the same that we've seen in Madison Plains.
He's going to break one pretty soon. You watch, all the way. You watch.
Where he comes out the second half and just dominates the defense.
Teal up the middle, about to gain a 2.
You know, that's the play they've got to run a little bit here to set up the other plays. You know, Mike is a senior this year. Mike's got to step up, and he's got to kind of be a leader on this team. Got a slip down by Mike as he cut through the line. Mike would have had a nice gain there if he hadn't slipped down.
Looked like
he had wide open.
Mike Harris went to cut and his feet didn't follow him that time.
I think he's seen a wide open to the left and he tried to cut to break back and he slipped.
Let me give you the rest of that lineup there on offense. We got Teal at fullback, Harris at halfback. We got Alexander Robertson at wide receivers, and at quarterback, Sean Kahn.
You got Harris off the left side this time. You know, it doesn't look like London's linemen are sustaining their blocks as long as they did last week.
Mm-hmm. The hole's closing too quick.
And that could be because the competition's a little different too.
Right. We got 4th down and 1. I look for that option play this time, guys. Fake it to Teal, and either Kahn or Harris take off with it.
That would not surprise me right here.
No, I tell you what.
Good second, third.
Oh!
Mike got hit about 3 or 4 times through the line of scrimmage and ended up picking about 4 or 5 yards for the first down.
I think he picked that up, right? It was a good effort.
You know, when he come through the line there, Donnie, it looked like he got bumped by his own man.
Looked like he got clotheslined there, actually.
You know, I tell you what, as big as those offensive linemen are for London, it wouldn't be hard to run into one of them.
The other players that we see every now and then on that London offense is Clerk, Tyler Hamilton, and North.
That's a bootleg.
Got a bootleg by Kahn. You know, Kahn made a nice run around the end. I'll let you know, Noble's in there playing tight end right now. I don't know if they're going with a different tight end. I don't see Dwyer on the field.
81? Yeah, he's on the field.
They're going with a full line there, 2 tight ends is what they're doing.
All right, Darby, you're right. They're using 2 tight ends right now.
They got a wide out of left, Alexander.
Pitch out to Harris. Nice cut.
Oh!
Double on the play.
And that ball just squirted right out of Harris's hand.
You know, the thing of it is, he wasn't even really touched. But another thing, too, you know, this night is getting to be chilly, and I'm sure it's getting damp out there also. That's the reason he's having trouble cutting. But there was no reason for him not to hold on to that football.
And he is upset.
So you got Northeastern taking over on their own 17-yard line. And they're right back to it again. They're running the fullback off the left side.
Left tackle spot, that's where they're coming.
You know, I don't know how many yards number 14 has for Northeastern, but he's rolling up about 4 or 5 yards a carry.
I would say he's tipping about 70 or 80 yards by now. I would guess.
I would agree with you, Darby. No, we got the fans getting fired up. Let's get the team fired up. The first down, Northeastern on their 31-yard line.
I mean, London had about a five line there. The line in back, the linebacker.
Have you guys noticed this? That number 17, their quarterback's going over to the sidelines every in between each play and taking the play from the coach. Have you guys noticed that?
No, I didn't notice that.
We got an official timeout.
This looks like it's going to be a down, drag-out game here. This looks like who's going to win this second half is who's the strongest between tackle and tackle this half.
You know, London's not changing their defense up. They're with the same men up front as they had. Well, I do notice Dusty Hubbard's in there in middle guard. You know, who did we have at middle guard? Myers, the first half.
Myers and two. Ah, there you go. That's
all right. Mike Harris coming up real quick and stopping that play to the outside.
Dorn also in the tackle.
Strung that thing out long enough for Noble to get out there.
And Dorn with good pursuit there from the
We got Adam Fincham in the ball game, also a defensive line. Number 54, Adam Fincham in there. London's trying to stop him in the middle. They've changed around that all defensive line.
They broke loose. Number 40.
Oh!
That's that little scat back of theirs, fellas. You know, Darby, that was a typical, let's bump him and not wrap up on him.
Yeah, it looked like almost a couple of London players there looked like they were almost blocking instead of tackling.
Well, you know, Mike Harris just run up and kind of just put his body up against him, thinking that was going to knock that little fire plug down.
You gotta wrap your arms around it.
Yeah, this kid's 5'5", 169 pounds. You got the fullback up the middle again with Noble and Dusty Hubbard in on the stop.
In Northeastern right now, what they're doing is we're running the ball, you stop us.
It's hard to see they get a lot of playing time lately too.
Right. Well, you know, the first half, Gary, London wasn't stopping that middle. I think Coach Emmons is going to try to put some guys in there that want to stop it.
We got a 6-3-2 defense. Right.
Yeah, Okay.
There he goes again. I do believe.
Now, that was a fake to the fullback and hand to the second back. You know, that kid's a load to bring down. He's 5'5", 169 pounds.
He's short and stocky too, you know, and that's he's probably got good balance.
Hubbard coming out of the game.
I'll tell you what, they've called Hubbard a couple of times in a row for making a tackle, and now they bring him out of the ball game. They've got Teal in there in the middle, and
I think that was
number 54, Fincham, in there in the middle.
They got to stop that middle.
We've got the score 10-0 here. A touchdown here on a sustained long drive will do nothing but pick Northeastern up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, anytime I'm in a ball game and I'm only 2 scores down, I feel fortunate.
He just lowered his head and driving.
And Northeastern is not nowhere out of this ball game. If it wasn't for the fumble, it'd be 7-10.
Right. I need to see that defense get a little bit more enthusiasm. Yeah, this is the start of the second half, and they look tired out there. London's playing close up, trying to stop this run.
6-3-2 is a good defense.
As you notice, guys, we was talking about number 17, their quarterback, going over to the sidelines and taking a call from the coach. We're getting to see it right now. He's over to the sideline right now, and he's coming back over. You know, one thing about that, you cannot turn around and tell the coach you didn't get to play.
I think they tried 5-4-2s. They tried 6-3-2-1 defenses. 6-3s.
They got the middle of the line wide open. They've got a 6-3 defense with the middle of the line wide open.
That's quite a load there to bring down, too.
I'll tell you what, 220 pounds, Gary. And the only thing he's doing is he's leaning on the back of his tackle, and the tackle and him's pushing the line.
And that ain't no small tackle either.
Number 69 for Northeastern goes 268.
Big boy.
I'll tell you what, and you know, I'm looking for a pass. I'm looking for a fake up the middle and a pass.
I don't see any reasons he can fake up the middle when it's working so well for him.
You're right there, Gary, but a little deception never hurts.
Like you said a while ago, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know.
Yeah, the passing game wasn't looking earlier.
7-20, get north. And number 46.
Now they're running the plays in and out. Evidently, they're too far away from the coach to have the quarterback go over there. Watch that number 10 and 17 on an option play here.
There he goes.
What'd I call, fellas? What'd I call?
Caught it right.
First down, Northeastern.
And that's one thing, a series of runs like that do to your defense, it really wears you down. And then you put a speedster in there, and it's really hard to catch him after you've been beat on.
One thing I noticed, and I've been watching that fullback off, I've been noticing the quarterback in number 10 there rolling out to both sides, and none of London men have been tailing them, so that's why I kind of thought that was about time to run that play.
Well, if you saw that, then the coach surely seen that.
But I'll tell you what, when you're up in the air, you see a lot more than you do when you're down on the ground. Gonna be a fullback off the right side here. And they're not doing anything fancy. Just that smash mouth football that London's so used to doing. You got Northeastern with the ball on the 8-yard line. They still can get a first down if they get the ball down to the 2. They got Second back through, got the football, number 10 for Northeastern. Faked it to the fullback off the left side and handed the ball to the halfback right behind him. Now you got the quarterback running back over to the sideline to get the call from the coach.
Down by the very left to the wire.
I tell you, they're using the clock up, aren't they?
You got the official with a timeout. I believe the Northeastern guy's got a little problem with his contact lens. You know, in the first half, after London fumbled the footballs when Northeastern took off with a dent, and now you got London fumbling the ball again, and Northeastern's moving that ball well again after a turnover.
Wonder what the time of possession is on this.
I don't know, but they've had the ball for quite a while.
Northeastern's got the ball on the 6-yard line of London, and you got the fullback off the right side, and they stop him on about, it looks like about the 3-yard line, which is going to bring up 4th down and about 2 or 3 for first down.
London's hitting him hard, man. You know, really, but he's a big guy.
They only got about 43 seconds left in this third quarter here.
Well, that puts Northeastern running about 8 minutes off that clock on this drive. Well, London stops them. Good defensive stop.
You know, Northeastern drives down the field, and even when there's a big plug up there in the middle, they still get 4 and 5 yards. London only stops their run when they absolutely had to.
You know, the thing of it is, I know you guys were talking about me a minute ago, but I really believe I would have faked that and threw a pass. There has to come a time in your offense when you do a little bit something different.
Sure, an option play that time.
Right. You know, that option, Gary, was wide open when they ran it there a little while ago.
They should have went back to it.
You can't keep hammering that ball up the middle, especially when you get down in that red zone.
Well, they knew what London was looking for, then. They knew they were looking for the fullback coming through.
Well, you got the end of the third quarter, which Northeastern has dominated. You got the score at the end of the third quarter, London 10, Northeastern nothing.
The only problem
Northeastern had that ball for what, approximately about 8 minutes?
I'd say they had it for about 8 minutes.
The only problem with Northeastern drives now, we're going into the fourth quarter. If London can hold on to the ball, and even if they don't score, if they can hold on to the ball for any time whatsoever, it's going to take a lot of Northeastern to drive all the way down the field and eat up 8 minutes. Then get the ball back and drive down again the way they're driving.
What I see is London needs to put some points on the scoreboard now.
Right. Well, you know, London was moving the ball the first time they had the ball, and a turnover. It's the same thing that hurt them the first half, was the mistakes. You know, one thing about Northeastern too, fellas, they're getting very predictable. And London is stopping it right now. That predictable stuff is going to be stopped. So I also look for Northeastern to come out and pass the ball a little bit.
Either go through the option and pass.
Well, you know, they moved that ball real well on that one option they did run. They picked up a first down on it. You know, that handoff to the fullback was so predictable, though.
Well, the fake to the fullback and handoff to the halfback worked for them also.
Okay, London's going to take over the ball on their own 4-yard line. They got Harris trapped in the end zone. Got a safety. London has been knocked back to the end zone for a safety, which means London will have to kick the ball off to Northeastern. So there are your first points of the ball game for Northeastern on a safety. Gary, I think Northeastern, I think Harris would have been smart to went down on that first hit that time.
He's talking about that. He's going to change it. Tell you what, this second half, Northeastern was pretty much dominated the game.
Well, they had the ball for
almost
quite
the
a
whole
while.
third quarter.
So it is.
You know, we saw something by London tackling, not wrapping up. Did you see how Mike got thrown back into the end zone by grabbing material that time? You know, all you young,
You gotta grab it. Used to be you didn't grab material. That's the big thing anymore.
all you young players out there, when you hear your coach tell you grab material, please listen to him.
We had sweaters, our shirts were buttoned down under here. They buttoned up so you couldn't pull, they wouldn't pull out. You couldn't grab it.
You got London kicking off on their own 20-yard line, which is going to give Northeastern good field position. It sounds like one of those Cleveland Indian baseball scores here right now, 10-2.
And Northeastern had 2 good kick returns. Just don't forget about those right about now.
You got Tobin ready to kick off at his own 20. He got a nice kick, a lot of height underneath it. Number 10 for Northeastern with the football. He's out to the outside, some good blocks. You got number 5, which is Sexton, knocking him out of bounds on the left side of the field.
That gives him good field
Who
position.
is that boy?
Sexton.
He can smoke, can he?
Pretty fast.
And Northeastern with a score here and a 2-point extra point. This ball game's tied.
Right. 8
We
points.
haven't
and we
seen
got a
Clark
tie.
run tonight yet either. Has Clark run the ball tonight?
You know, Clark was in the game early, but he never got to carry the
He
ball.
never carried the ball, no. Well, they got a hold of this time now.
He got that option play to the right, and London covered him. London covered him well that time. Looks like a loss of about a 1-yard loss there.
You know, I don't understand why you would run an option to your short side of the field.
Right. Well, you know, you see that a lot of time in college, and you wonder then why they're thinking that.
Harris limping a little bit.
We can't really fault the defense a while ago because they only end up giving up 2 points.
Right. Well, you know, the defense hasn't given up any points yet.
They're playing hard, yeah.
Okay, London's got a 6-man front with 3 linebackers in there. They're going to come out with a pass here. Oh! It's complete.
And he was surrounded by red jerseys. I was wondering he got it off.
You know, the quarterback made a real fine pass under pressure that time. He gained enough to get the first down. We got an official timeout, an equipment timeout. Northeastern has the ball on London's 28-yard line.
They try to open their game up a little bit now.
Well, you know, it's like I said, Northeastern was getting too predictable. They come out with one play, they run the option play to the right, and now they come out with a pass back to the left.
And they got a coach that's been around for a while, so he's here to win, that's for sure.
There's a fumble.
London got
Number 17 for Northeastern, the quarterback, dropped the football backing out of the center. He recovered and was immediately jumped on.
And I just noticed that Josh Burns is in the game. Number 3.
Darby, you were right on top of that. We got Burns in there playing the outside linebacker. That's a new running back in there. Number 41 is Chuck Reynolds for Northeastern.
he was tackled by the wire.
I don't know if their big fullback is hurt, but he's not in the game right now.
He's about 39.
Number 14's back in the game this play.
Number 41 was the fullback when number 14 was quarter.
You got Northeastern coming out in the T backfield with a wing formation. It's going to be a pass.
Oh!
Good tackle. I don't think he made it.
I don't think he got the first down either, Donnie. Looks like he's about 2 yards short.
That was Harris on the tackle,
caught
wasn't it? That was a good tackle.
Brings up 4th down and about 1.
They're getting some pressure on the quarterback, but they're just not getting there. They're a couple seconds slow. London needs a big defensive play right here.
Now Northeastern's in that T backfield. Quarterback sneak for a first down. Northeastern's going to have a first down on about London's 17-yard line. First down, Northeastern. London needs to put on one of those defensive surges here, guys.
Right. They can do it.
Well, they're going to run the fullback off the left side.
For no gain.
We got number 46, Robinson, making a nice dive in there.
I noticed they're hitting him, getting lower than he is. They got lower that time.
Right, Donnie. You need for your defensive lineman to get down low.
Right.
Especially if they're getting a good offensive charge.
He's a big man anyway, so they bring his legs out from under him.
I'll tell you what, I believe their fullback is bigger than some of our defensive linemen.
Oh.
Had a run off the left side there. Brought down by Nathan Dorn.
Look for him to go to the air this time, Zeke.
I believe you're right, Donnie. They're going to have to go to the air because it's 3rd down and about 7 here. Now they're in a straight T formation here, and that was he didn't really have anybody open that time, guys, and I believe he just threw it away. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 7.
Now, Zeke, what do you do here?
Well, we're going to have a timeout by Northeastern, and it's a good time to take a timeout because, like you said there a little while ago, Darby, they're only down 8 points. If they can get a score across now, and either a field goal or a touchdown, that's going to make it so where they have to, London has to score. When they turn the ball back over to London, London has to score.
Well, they can still tie if they scored a touchdown. They go for a 2-point play, and the game is tied.
Right, because they're only 8 points down.
Don, are we going to pass here or are we going to run the ball?
It was 4th and about, I'd say, what is it, about 4th and 6?
4th and 6, 4th and 7.
4th and 7, maybe. They would have to pass the ball. I mean, they may try an option play, but
well,
I think they would go through the air myself.
You know, I think they'll fake that fullback up the middle like they have been doing, and try to catch one of them receivers on about a 10 and out. You know, they don't need to get but 7 yards, so don't look for it being too deep of a pass.
I know they made some good. They've had success with the counterplay with that halfback too.
Fake that to the fullback and roll him out like the.
Right. They've got one man in the backfield, double wide out to the right, a wide out to the left, little screen pass. Touchdown!
Drew with the wire.
Good defense. Touchdown by Drew the wire.
Noble and Drew the wire in there. That was a fine knockdown. You know, once again, Darby, London steps up for one play. One play.
Their defense, Northeastern's offense, more or less has been pushing London's defense around until they get down to that crucial 4th down play, and London steps up and says no more.
Right. Wide out.
Right. I'll tell you guys, since that first quarter, it looks like Northeastern's interior of the line has really stiffened up, and they're not giving London that short yardage up the middle.
I noticed London kind of contained them a little bit in this last drive they had, though. They were on right on them, really.
You know, London's playing that defense that they're not breaking, but they're bending.
I think London right now has to start mixing it up a little bit with the pass.
Harris off tackle.
You know, another thing that I've noticed is London's splits this half seem huge. Like they've stretched out their splits just a little bit to make more of a gap in there.
You might be right
about
there,
a yard on the play.
Darby. It's going to bring up about a 3rd down and 9 here. They're going to have to do something to pick up a 1st down. They can't keep playing in their own yard lines. You got a draw play to Harris.
All right.
Mike's got the 1st down.
Good call.
And a good tackle by Alexander.
You know, that play has worked several times tonight. I'm with you, Darby. Why did he run up Jarrett's back?
I think he was planning on cutting either off one side or the other, and I think maybe one of the defensive players kind of caught up with him and kind of running right into
Number 17 for Northeastern playing deep safety there. He also plays quarterback on offense. He's got a lot of speed because he was catching up with Mike. We got a quick pitch to the right. Harris is going to cut back.
Good cut. Good.
Good.
Fine.
Good.
All right.
He's going all the way. Nice block. Nice block. And he got caught from behind. Caught from behind by number 44.
Beautiful run.
That's why Mike Harris is a great runner. He might not be the fastest, he might not be the toughest, but he can see the holes very well, and he picks them and cuts.
Right. He got a fine block downfield by number 76. Chad Good was downfield and made a nice block for Mike to pick up another 15, 20 yards. That's pretty nifty when your tackles can get that far downfield.
That was a good block. The man that tackled him kind of had an angle on him as he's coming back into him. That's what it was.
You know, Mike made a wide run to the outside, cut it back into the middle, and broke 2 or 3 tackles to get to where he was. And then he made a nice cut off of that real fine block downfield. And you got to think Mike was getting a little tired there.
Tired, right?
You know, London has to punch this ball over, fellas. They have to punch this ball over.
Right now,
What are they on, about the 9-yard line?
I would fake one up the middle, roll Sean Kahn out, and throw this football.
You know, the play in the middle is being stopped. They're starting to use Harris a little bit more on the outside where he can use his speed. Let's see what they do this time, Darby.
When you have a target like Drew Dwyer, why not?
You got Alexander out wide. You got Harris running wide. You got a fine open field tackle by number 10 for Northeastern. Mike just couldn't turn that outside, Darby.
Picked him about 4 yards on the carry, didn't he?
Right, he picked up about 4. They got the ball on about the 6-yard line, which will bring up about 2nd down and 6 for a touchdown. London's still in that 2 tight end offense with a wide out to the left. We got Harris off the right side.
Man shot the gap.
That's either a linebacker or a defensive back coming through there to make that tackle. That's Terry Gladman on the tackle for Northeastern. You got Jared Alexander coming in the ball game for Tyler Hamilton. You got Jared Alexander splitting out wide to the left. You got Noble and Dwyer at the tight ends. We got a fake. We got Kahn. Kahn on the option. Touchdown, Kahn. Touchdown, Kahn.
Super play by Kahn.
You know, I don't even know if that was an option or not, because Harris wasn't really getting out to the outside like he's supposed to. Either that or he seen it was wide open and knew Deshaun Kahn was going to take it.
I think that's what happened, Darby. It looked like Harris was looking at Kahn and noticed the whole left side wide open, and Kahn made a real nifty run there for a touchdown. We got Tobin for the kick after. We got a penalty of roughing the kicker, and the kick no good. I believe we have roughing the kicker.
You say Kahn called that play at the line of scrimmage?
I don't believe so, Donnie. I believe that was a set call. Only it looked like it was so wide open that Harris didn't need to run. But we got roughing the kicker on Northeastern, so Tobin's going to get a chance to keep his streak alive.
Even though Tobin can kick it again, did you see that? It looked good from here.
Right.
The ball actually did look, even though he got hit, it looked good. Then again, I'm biased.
We got London sifting out the options here, but I do believe London will kick this again. Hopefully they don't decide they don't want it. You got London having to take a time out on the extra point.
Did he make that first? Did he make that extra point a while ago?
No, the kick was no good, so they're going to kick it again.
I couldn't see from this angle.
You got 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. London leading 16-0, and they took a timeout after the penalty to get the extra point team set up.
This game has been a battle in the trenches, you know.
You know, I believe Northeastern's putting up the kind of game that we thought they were going to put up.
Besides me, I admit I was wrong.
Well, you know, London and Northeastern over the last 6-7 years has developed a pretty nice rivalry. We don't play too many teams out of Clark County anymore. You know, we used to be in that league over there where we played Northeastern, Canton Ridge, Urbana, Bell Fountain, Greenon, and we got out of that league. And Northeastern's the only team we still play from that area. London's going to run this. They decided not to kick. Got Kahn rolling to the right. He's looking for a receiver. He throws it hard. It's incomplete. We have the score 16-0 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds, or excuse me, 16-2 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the quarter.
So 2 touchdowns ahead.
London, I guess, thought maybe that Northeastern might have their defensive kicking team in and decided to go ahead and run that. That's,
you know, I was kind of wrong myself.
I
In
can
the beginning of the game,
understand.
you was asking me what I thought about the game, which way, but you know, I was giving London like maybe 3 touchdown favorites. But these guys have put up quite a battle. But London's like this, they've hung in there, and London is a good ball team, offensively and defensively.
I can remember a few years ago when we were just on our way up to becoming a fine ball team. Northeastern used to spank us a little bit, fellas.
let's don't forget now, I'm not taking nothing away from Northeastern because they have moved the ball up and down the field in the second quarter and in the second half. Let's don't forget now, a lot of London mistakes, London penalties kept them in this ball game as close as they are, and it is 16-2.
Right. You're right, Darby.
But these are learning mistakes.
Well, it's all part of the game, you know. Pittsburgh Steelers found that out last year in the playoffs. Got Tobin ready to kick off at his own 40. He tried a little squib kick. They got London for being offsides. They're gonna bring it back and kick it over again, and they're gonna move London back 5 yards.
You know, their special teams the special teams team on kickoffs. Now they have a good percentage of yardage when they run them back. You know.
Well, Northeastern's been doing a fine job of returning the kick.
Right.
That's why London's giving this little pooch kick instead of booting it down the field and giving it to the running backs that has been getting good yardage on them.
But still, they're taking the ball over on the 40-yard line, and I don't want to have my defensive team out on the 40 every time.
And it looks like the Tobin is looking to the sideline, asking him, where you want me to kick this football this time?
I think he's going to put it back there this time.
We're going to line up again, and he's going to kick over to the side again.
Bad. Oh! Good tackle.
We got a late hit penalty.
We got a late hit or a clip in there.
I think it may have been a late hit.
It looked like Tyler Hamilton got hit from the back there.
That was against Northeastern, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe we got a clip on Northeastern because Tyler Hamilton got up limping.
Good call, Zeke. Missed that one.
Yeah, that's something Northeastern didn't need with very little time remaining on the clock. They didn't need that big penalty because they had the ball in pretty fair field position.
And I think this is actually their worst field position they've had, isn't it? Besides the one drive.
You know, they started out the first half with real good field position on every kickoff. Okay, Northeastern's going to have to pass now, fellas, to get back in this game with only 3 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the quarter.
Right.
All right. Let it. Through the wire. Fumble. London recover. London recover.
Drew played that very well. Not only did he get the tackle, but he didn't forget to swat the football, and it came loose.
Number 76, Chad Good recovered.
Yeah, Chad Good, Donnie, was on top of that football.
Udawar made a good defensive play,
too.
too.
I look for him to come out and run that football now to run some time off the clock. Look for Brad Teal to take this football.
You got Jared Alexander right on, left, and Harris tailback.
Got a pitch out to Mike Harris going right. He's got some running room. Mike gives us that little pat and that spin move that he has. Looks like a gain of about 4. Mike's getting up a little slow here. Looks like he took a shot in the ribs there, Darby.
It looked like when he done that spin that he's does so well, he got caught right in the back with a helmet or a shoulder pad.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me there. I thought maybe they'd run Teal up the middle and run some time off the clock with a 16-2 lead with 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. Got White out to the left, Tyler Hamilton. There you go, Brad Teal off the left side. He stood up and pushed backwards after a gain of about 2 yards.
Teal's a strong runner, you know.
Right.
He runs hard.
You know, something we haven't seen tonight, guys, is that little slant in move by Alexander that they scored on last week. Let's see if Jarrett splits out to the right here. You know, he looks like he's got one-on-one coverage here. Let's see what they give him.
That might be the play.
Got a pitch out to Harris, and he throws a pass to Dwyer. Touchdown, Dwyer!
You know, I don't think that was a set-up play at all.
That was a lateral from Tom to Harris to Drew Dwyer.
You can say that again. That was not a set-up play, and I'm surprised they didn't catch London or some linemen downfield.
That just proves a point that Harris is not also a great running back. He's not also a great defensive player, but he's also looks around and uses his head, seen it was open and threw the football.
No, I think there weren't any linemen downfield because it was a pass play, I think, from the get-go. What do you think?
Well, I don't believe so.
You don't think so?
That was a fine play.
I thought it might have been a flag.
We got offsides on number 44 on Northeastern. He just cleared the whole London offensive line. Donnie, you're right on that play. That's why there wasn't any linemen downfield, because it was a pass. But also, that could have been 2 forward passes, which is illegal.
Yeah.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
But one was like a lateral, wasn't it? Backwards? Would that be considered a lateral?
It's still, in order to have 2 forward passes, you got to have the guy in front of him, and if the guy's in front of him, no matter where he is a forward pass. You know, but the thing of it is, you got to be on your toes as an official too.
You're saying as a lateral, say if a halfback receives a lateral from the quarterback, and then he throws a pass downfield, he can't do that?
A lateral has to be behind him, Don.
Behind him, right. So this was behind him, or was this?
Well, it was kind of close, and we didn't get the video replay up yet.
Okay, I see what you mean.
We got Tobin with the kick. They had the score, London 23, Northeastern 2, with 1:40 left to go in the 4th quarter.
I see what you're talking about now. You're talking about a double pass. The man had been in front of him, and then through the walls a double pass. Yeah, I understand that.
You know, ever since Dwyer caught that pass for a touchdown, he's been talking to the field judge there, trying to, I don't know what he's trying to tell him, but I think he feels like he got roughed after he caught that pass.
He did get roughed.
You know, I'd hate to have that man mad at me, number 81, 6'3" and 205.
Shoot, if he come after me, come on, Drew, I'll take you on, baby. That's my man, Drew Dwyer.
You got 1:30 left to go in the 4th quarter.
London, number 47, October.
And like you were telling me early, Gary, Drew Dwyer looks like a defensive end.
He does.
Big, mean, and ugly. That's what you were telling me earlier.
He's beefed up too over the summer.
I think he's teasing you to try to get you some trouble, Gary. What do you think?
And, you know, I taught the boy everything he knows.
One thing this score doesn't indicate, this has been a tough ball game.
Yes, it has. Especially on the line. That line play has been pretty tough.
Right. Both sides of the line, offense and defense both,
Right.
it's been a tough ball game. Well, we got that squib kick by Tobin. I'll tell you what, that ball took such an easy bounce. It looked like Barry Larkins playing shortstop.
Clerk on the tackle. And number 3, Josh Burns.
You know, one thing about this ball game, London's had a chance to play most of their regulars for the whole ball game. We haven't seen much substitution.
No, not very
And
much.
also, that makes it easier on us announcers, too. They got Northeastern back to pass. Got another good run. Fumble. Fumble. Drew Dwyer again causes another fumble.
Well, he nailed him that time.
And it seems like as the games progress and go on, we call
man
Drew
did not even
Dwyer's
see
name more and more. Have you noticed that?
Right.
The quarterback did not even see Drew Dwyer that time.
Well, there was a fine rush in there by number 51, Dusty Hubbard, and number 35, Ty Dowler, that turned him back into Dwyer.
How much time?
Got him back again. And I think we got another fumble. Another fumble.
London, I think, did recover.
Caused by Drew Dwyer and Jason Noble and number 76. Chad Good.
And I do believe
Northeastern recovered.
Got 12 seconds left to go. It looks like this is going to be the last play Northeastern gets off. We got a look. Oh, we got an interception by Noble. Interception. We got one man to beat. One man to beat. And they get him on the 7-yard line. And that's the ball game.
Ball interception.
London 23, Northeastern 2. And that's the ball game.
This was a good ball game.
Jason Noble with an interception, and he took it back to about the 7-yard line.
Give him a quick analysis of the game. Just give him a quick.
Well, I think in this game that London learned a little bit, and that's, first of all, even though you coming into a game that you're supposed to blow the team out, doesn't mean come in with a big head thinking you're going to sit back on your heels and just do what you have to do and the game's going to be over.
Yeah. Darby and Donnie, it looked to me like London came out this game and thought they were back playing Madison Plains again. You know, they read the press clippings of the Circleville team, and they thought, hey, this is going to be a tough ball game. We got to get up for these guys. But Northeastern coming in here 0-2, they thought, hey, this is going to be another one of those easy ball games, and I think they let down.
See, Northeastern's played some pretty good teams. I think one of them was Bishop Reedy, and they're playing them Catholic school. You're going to run into some competition and where they're at, so they're a little bit better than two teams we've played so far.
Right.
So although this has been a pretty good ball game, you know, I really thought that London was going to blow them out myself, but what I read, but I thought maybe it might be 2 or 3 touchdowns. But they came back and played a good ball game, and this was really a good game. And London really pulled this out at the end. It wasn't just, you know, I mean, they didn't pull it out, but I'm saying at the end, but it was a good game. It was nip and tuck, which it could have gone any way. At the last quarter.
It could have been a conditioning factor too. London just like the conditioning and the size just kind of overpowered them there at the end of the game.
Yeah, it's like I said earlier, though, the score being 23-2, it doesn't indicate what kind of ball game we saw. You know, you're going to see this tomorrow in the Dispatch or in the Springfield Sun, and you're going to think, well, London handled Northeastern really well, but that's not the case.
Well, fellas, it's time for us to say goodnight. This is Gary McNeil.
Dave Caldwell, known as Zeke. Good night, London.
Don Kane, and good night.
And this is Darby Calhoun.
All righty. Good night.